Well, good afternoon, good evening, and good morning once again to everybody out there on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. Race 4 of 5 is now underway as qualifying is going on. There is a look at the tournament standings as Malik Ray is currently still in first place after 2 wins. 3 top 5 finishes. He's got 139 points. Right behind him in second place, Daniel Smallwood, 15 points behind Malik Ray in second. And then the separation on points from there, 4 points to third place, 7 points from third to fourth, and 4 points from fourth to fifth. Top 5 paid out. Race winners get an extra $5 for driving it all the way. Always a good time right here with Signature Esports. My name is Jason. I am your host with the most. And you're watching the 6 of Mason Yost. It says 5 on his car, but it's the 6 of Mason Yost right there. He's out there running some qualifying laps. There's the 41 of Matt Lovett out there as well. 2 minutes left in qualifying, and things are going to get interesting. There's the 51 of Malik Ray right there putting out some qualifying laps. There's the 97 of Ken MacArthur out there as well. There is the 9 car out there trying to put out some laps. J.D. Woodward out of the Mid-South area. Ken MacArthur doing a great job of putting himself out there. There's the 83 of Dylan Hastings. I'm sorry, not Dylan Hastings. Let me correct myself on there. Austin G. That was who that was out there. So Austin G out there putting out some qualifying laps. Just trying to get himself around the track. Still have 2 fast repairs, and then of course we also have 25 incident point limits. So if they get 25 incidents, then they will be disqualified in the place that they are, the lowest on the totem pole, so to speak. Still a points tournament, and things can still change hands, as a win is worth 3 extra points. Leading some laps, leading a lap is worth a point, and leading the most laps is worth an extra point as well. So things still could get interesting, as no one is safe at the top of the pole right there. Long look down pit road right as we're going to get things underway here in just a moment. I want to give a big special thank you to everybody out there, all of the drivers involved. It's been one heck of a day, and while we sit here and wait for everybody to load in, let's bring in this guy right here. Mr. Kason Harnish right there. One of the guys has been very patient. He's been up and down the track with all 4 of our races. Kason, how has the racing been, and how are you doing this fine evening with race 4, getting ready to get underway right here at Kansas? Kason Harnish, you got me, buddy?
Yep, I got you.
All right. How's the track running? I know it's a night race at Kansas. I wanted to do the 1.5 set at nighttime, because that seems to be kind of the preferred time for them. How has the racing been, and how are you doing out there right now?
Well, we're not running too well right now. We're running about 16th. Not really used to running NASCAR, but hopefully we can get up to the front and win this thing.
Well, a win will get you a little extra pocket change, and then, of course, in always, you're looking for those extra points to put you up there in that top 5. See, where did you qualify at? So let's see. Looking down my list. Qualified 18th, but I think you were out there just trying to get some laps, some extra laps in there as well. So, Kaysen, I wish you good luck on the start of the race, and hopefully we can keep it clean and get you see if you can get yourself to the front.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Anyone you want to give a shout out to? Any family or sponsors or anything like that?
I want to give a shout out to my brother Jordan for getting me all hooked up with iRacing and all that.
Well, Jordan, we thank you as well for getting Kaysen in here. Guy's been doing pretty decent out there. No matter what happens, wrecks do happen in iRacing, but I will tell you that we won't be a friendlier guy right there. Kaysen Harnish, keep a lookout for him whenever we get to Green Flag Racing. As things are ready to rock and roll here in just a moment. We're going to go Green Flag Racing for just a moment, or in just a moment, as these guys are ready to pace around. Going to show the grid. Daniel Smallwood wins the pole position. The 84 Kyler Wynn, who won the last race at Daytona, is out there as well. He's going to start on the outside of him. And then we're going to just toggle through the grid, as this is a short track to go around. The lights are off on the pace car. We're going to go Green Flag Racing very soon. And green, 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 says the money machine. We are Green Flag Racing right here from Kansas. Get rid of that for you, as it's not going to matter as much anymore. As you see the 88 out front with the 51 of Malik Ray right there, right in that second position. So at night, it depends on the racetrack, but or it depends on the racer's preferred line, but some people really, really enjoy the high line at Kansas Motor Speedway. Kansas being a track that I chose because I actually really like Kansas. Some like the high line, some like the low line. It just depends on how you drive it, and depends on what you're going to do with it. Side draft from the 51 to try to take the lead away from the 88. Mr. Smallwood, no doubt, going to try to play the tire game. 65% fuel is what they have. Follow racing underway. We're going to follow along. There is the 51 of Malik Ray. The 88 behind him. The 84, Kyler Wynn, right there in third. Everybody trying to get a piece of the pie. Top 5 paid out. Sid Wellman out there getting a Jacks Go. 19 getting a lot of support. Someone down in the grass right there. We'll see if we keep it green, and we do. A little bit of extra fluff in the tires right there. 2 resets, but hopefully they'll never have to use them as we go Green Flag Racing. Right here, fast race for you. It's only 88 laps, 1/3 the traditional lap count for the Kansas Motor Speedway, or the Kansas Speedway in the NASCAR circuit. So we are going to keep it interesting for you. 51 out front. Go back, take a look, and see where everybody's at. 4 or 5 of the point standings right there. Here's Matt Levitt right there, as you see the 3 getting a little extra in to the wall right there. 1.5 tracks, all about strategy. You see a little front end damage of the 41 right there, Matt Levitt. There is the 88 who dropped back and now sits in line, just kind of trying to wait. Malik Ray, Kyler Wynn, and Latham Joyner is your top 3. You see the 88 trying to go around the 41. That's right wheel damage on Matt Lovett. Hopefully not causing too many issues. The speed is keeping up with the race leaders. So we'll see how this falls into place. There is the 41. The 74 of Nick. Nick Indelicato right there. He is one of those drivers that go. Logan Slavoski out there as well. He filled in for another driver. Going to race for his own points right here. Give him an opportunity to get into the race. We had some stuff. Had some drivers that couldn't make it for the entire tournament, but asked if anybody wanted to drive, they can get out there and drive and take their place. So very nice of them to do so. Oh, as the 3 turns down into the 74. Caution will come out. We got to go back and take a look at that. As there's the 3 right there. Coming up, he taps the wall, hits the 51, and not a fan of those actions. The 3 hopping the wall right there. Let's ride along with him and see what happened right there. Right along from the cockpit view. We're just going to back it straight up right here, as that was a pretty aggressive move. There is the 74. So the 84 is out front, and we're going to just slow-mo it forward for you as we see him come up, tap the wall, and tried to correct it right there. Maybe a little aggressive into the wall, as that was a heck of a save on the 3, but got some drivers involved in that as well. So back to live conditions as we are pacing right now. Catch back up with our race leader. Change some cameras right here. There is the 51. And the 84. Kyler Wynn right there. Let's... '84 out front, Kyler Wynn right there, and he is driving it all the way around town. He's got some rear end damage right there. Big long look at the backstretch with the pace car out there. Overhead view of this fantastic Kansas Speedway and the little people down on the ground. Big vehicles out there. I hope everybody's having a fine Saturday afternoon, evening, or Sunday morning, depending on where you live. that we have one guy here who is in Australia, and it is Sunday there already, and the guy is a trooper. He's been up since, I think he said 3 a.m. his time, racing with us, so that is just absolutely incredible. We started, and that was our second race of the day here, so then that was on Sunday. So we started at 9 a.m. our time here in the United States. Some Canadian drivers out there. Nice little long field. 26 drivers out there. Daryl Forget out there. That is your Australian driver. He's 2 laps down on pit road. Tyler Wynn out front. Malik Ray, Daniel Smallwood, J.D. Woodward, Darren Ard out of Florida, and then Matt Lovett in 6th place. People that got turned around out of that one. Sleeman Joyner had to go all the way to the back right there. Back to the green flag racing, back to the front of the field. There is the 84 and the 51. You see them flying by. And we're going to take you back to the action down on the field. Right here, there is the 84 getting a run on the backstretch. 88 right there with him as well. He's going to try to run that inside line. The 84's been fast, and so the 88 started on the pole. There's the 51 back there. Fell off a couple of spots into fourth place right now. Run the ticker over so you can see the rest of the drivers and where they're located. Is there a most popular driver award? I would say that the 19 gets more shout-outs than anybody right now, so isn't that crazy? I would say that the 19 would have to get, if I had it out there, I would have to give it to him. The 88 up there, up front, coming across the line, kind of gets into the wall a little bit. It's a lap right here at Kansas. The 84 there as well. The 9 aggressive on the inside. The 88 comes down and in front of the 9. Lap 15 being completed under green flag conditions. There is the 51 of Malik Ray. Ray driving to the inside of the 9, looking to try to take the lead back. As these tires start to wear in, we're going to start seeing how it plays out in the field. Single file racing for the most part, all the way to the back. Everybody spreads out over the entrance, or over the center field of the start-finish line. You see some side-by-side racing going to happen right here. The 88 going to run up high with the 51. Still early in the race to try to burn the tires off of it, but still nonetheless going to run it down. 51 goes way down. And, I don't know who led that one at the line. Relative still says that the 88 led at the line. So 51 right there on the inside on the backstretch. Doc going to try to pull ahead on the lead, 2 by 2 down the backstretch. There's the 9 and the 84. 84 is going to run right behind the 9. There is the 51. Time difference off of the 2 race leaders right there on the last lap by 2.5 tenths of a second. Yeah, Wellman got the 26. Yes, I knew who you meant though. So Wellman, who was the 19 before, now the 26. Oh, a little wreck going on right there. I missed and turned my head to look at a message. And look at the messages up there. So let's just back it up right here. We're going to see what happened. As that was just to believe that those guys kind of got into each other going up the hill. Right along with the 84 and the gyro cam. Right here, a little slow motion action. As he's coming around, you see his wheel turn and turn and turn, and the 51 has a glide. And he is right there next to him, and I just believe they got into each other right at the wall. Hard racing, and he just came up a little bit too high right there. causing an incident. No doubt going to have to try to go back to the back. Let's back it up and watch it in real time as we'll see what it looks like from his point of view. Right here. Here it is. He's coming around to the extra turn 2 into the straight of the back, and then, gets turned and collects the 9 and almost straightens it back up. He collects the driver right there. That kind of turns him right side over, or forward side over. And back to live conditions as we see the 84 of Whelen going down and hitting pit road. Gets a little sideways in his box right there. Collects his fast repair. And they'll be off at 51. Looks like he might have only taken 2 tires. Not quite sure. We're going to show the pit stops though. Ray, nope, taking a full pit stop right there. Just really good at doing them. Getting off pit road, having that 3rd pit stall back there. The 3rd or 4th pit stall back there, so having an advantage of seeing what was going on. But he was the first guy off of pit road, and get back to it in just a minute. Kevin Wellman. There you go. Go Jax 26. You got it. A little face plant for you. Is that what that came to be? Cars out there trying to lead laps. There is Wendy's car out there. There's the 84 catching back up with everybody. There's the 3 of Latham Joyner right there as well. Collect yourself in a big old wreck right there. You almost have to start in the back. And if you're the root cause of it, if it's intentional, you really start in the back. There's Jake Elrod out there. One of the guys good at Kansas, likes Charlotte as well, which is where we're going to be heading to next. It's all about getting the points and all about having a little extra money in your pocket at the end of tonight's races. There is the 14 of Elrod with Hastings out to the outside of him. The 83 of Austin G right there in 3rd place. Top 5 currently. All different drivers. We're going to have some drivers out there on old tires, drivers out there on newer tires. 12 laps on Jake Elrod's tires right now compared to the 2 laps on everybody else's. So 10 lap older tires. So still just kind of breaking in. Jake Elrod out front. Hastings, then G, then MacArthur. I think G's going into pit. So it'll be Hastings, MacArthur, G, and Ray. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Ray moves up. And Smallwood, he collects that 3rd place position. There is your top 5 currently. Jake Elrod has led 2 laps. So there's some points for him right there. Started 12th, currently in 1st. 11 laps to gain. Fastest lap of the race, 30.326. Fastest lap of his race. Now the fastest lap of the race is currently held by this guy right here, Malik Ray. Started 3rd, currently 4th, but it holds a 30.39 lap. 0.039 lap. That's a fast little lap. I've seen 29s. I've seen 29.5s here on fixed setup. So we will see how it turns out for him. And as we get ready to go back to green in just a little bit. Big ol' overhead look. There's your race leader, Jake Elrod out there. Number 11 of Hastings. Still on the pace car. This would be normally a time I would pull in the driver, but we're still just a little bit close to it, so I don't want to jump into it just yet. So I want to give them a time to settle down. Though I like talking with Jake Elrod, I've talked to him quite a few times, and great things out of that man right there. Everything all together. "14 of Elrod out front. Hastings, MacArthur on the inside right there. And then the 51 of Malik Ray out there. And then the 88. We are up to green flag. Did not pass the pace car right there, so that was good. Good for the restart. Pace car not actually pit road like it was supposed to. You see the 51, Elrod just wanted to lead some laps, and he did a great job of trying to stay out of the way. 4 wide right now, and we saw that coming. Elrod doing good to stay out of danger. They just took it 4 wide and lost a little bit of patience right there. As here it is, Jake Elrod. We're gonna go over to the events and take a look at what happened. Caution out once again. Back-to-back cautions, but no big deal. That was a 4 wide incident right there. We're going to do this. We're going to follow along. There is Dylan Hastings right there. That was where we saw the car. 11 goes up. Better restart for everybody right there. Elrod trying to keep the outside line nice and neat so that way he doesn't have any issues. 74 of Endelegato gets into the 11, turns him into pretty much everybody right there. 4 wide racing's hard racing, but definitely difficult racing to keep it together. Elrod still up there though. New race leader, Malik Ray with Smallwood behind him and MacArthur. On that caution, it looked like only 4. Let's see, we've got 4 cars that got some good damage, and then Kyler Wynn went off track on that one, which is probably the reason why we turned and went to yellow. Let's take a look. Follow it right here. Sure enough, there's a little off-track action right there as he was diving down low, trying to avoid the carnage. As Nick Endelegato gets into Jake Elrod as well, starting to get in their off-cycle pit stops. And Jesse Priest in there as well to get that stuff fixed and figured out. Lap 27 being completed under caution. 3 cautions total for the evening so far. '51 of Malik Ray out front. WC driver for the Gibbs team over there, and drives the Rowdy car, the Rowdy Energy drink 51 machine right there, that Toyota Camry. Always thanks the sponsors, does a great job getting on there. Mr. Jackson Whelen is right here. It shows 19 on there, but this is 19W. Jackson having a good time out there, up there to 4th place now. Everybody wants to talk to you, buddy. If they said if I had a vote for the world's popular, the Signature Cup's most popular driver, you'd be it.
Well, let's give me a trophy. Yeah, this thing's fast today. That last restart, I think we restarted in 9th, got up to 4th, and then the wreck happened. So I was really disappointed right there because I about had the 97. I'm kind of upset about the 19 this race, but we'll just have to show who the real 19 is.
Well, I saw the actually everybody saw it out there, the 26 shown on your relative, but you get the 19W. You're the 19 winner. That's what we're gonna say for those 19 haters out there, right?
I'm just trying to make something here for Mr. Malik Ray. That he's fast. Him, Smallwood, all these guys are pretty fast. I'm just an amateur, so we'll try to get something done here. Hopefully, top 3, top 5.
Well, top 3, top 5 at Kansas gives you an extra boost in points. Good luck on your restart, and everybody says hello.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having us. Really do appreciate it.
Absolutely, Jackson Whelen right there. Hey, Jackson, where were you at? I want to make sure I put you back in the right spot.
What do you mean by that?
Your room. Your team channel. Where were you at?
I was just in the interview, waiting for interview.
Waiting for your interview. You see? Now everybody out there knows that you're ready for an interview anytime. Jackson Whelen right there. Let him get back to racing, and we'll stop messing around with him a little bit. Malik Ray out front, the 88 of Smallwood. MacArthur in the 97. Then the 26/19W out there. Landon Jeremiah say go Jax. You get a bunch of fans out there. Jackson Whelen out of the Carolina area. JD Woodward is going to be your number 9 right there. He's going to be in your 5th place spot. Now we're going to go back to Green Flag Racing at Kansas as we watch the checkup a little bit. Want to go on the restart area. Everybody kind of spreads out there a little bit. Some people going, some people not. And almost 4 wide. 97 down low. Not sure what happened there. And if it stays green, we're going to have to go back and try to take a look at it here in just a moment, because that looked to be like a drive down to the inside. 19 on the inside of the 51, trying to lead out front. Knows he's got a fast car and wants to challenge the 51. There he is right there, coming across the grass. Ooh, cuts in front of the 3 just a little bit right there. 3 doing a good job to avoid that one. Losing a lot of ground, but 51 out front. There's the 84 of Kyler Wynn right there on the tail. Oh, cuts in front of the 88, bumps the 88. 88 keeps it straight. 84 having to be careful when he's trying to clear cars right there, that's for sure. Want to make sure that you don't get any bad incidents, get any extra incident points, especially in a race such as this, when we're so close to the finish that 25 incident points and you will be disqualified from the race, or you will finish in the last available position according to the relative. Lap 32 being completed under green flag conditions. There is the 51 and the 84. 84 trying to apply some pressure to the 51. A lot of racing left to go. Tire wear at Kansas is the biggest factor. 84 driving in front of the 51. Kind of disappeared there for a half a second. I don't know if he lost it there or what, but there's a mover and a shaker. The 54 of Cody Cox up there. That guy loves this track, and you can ask him all day long. He likes this track, and he likes Charlotte. So we will see how well he can put it down there. Some guys are, I said it in the last race, some guys are super speedway guys, some guys are all-around guys, and some guys are short track guys. But if you can drive a mile and a half and run your Tookus off, well then you're doing a heck of a job. There's the 9 right behind the 54. A little in and out for the 84. Got some net code issues going right there. The 51 trying to drive to the inside. Don't know where the 84 went there for a little bit. Off and down to the race lead. That would be, looks like the 84 is still out front, but he's having some issues right there. We want to make sure we have a clean race, as clean as possible. There's the 54 of Cody Cox, looking to try to drive down hard on the inside and looking to try to take the lead. There's the 84 trying to take a side draft off of the 54. But the 54 looks to be out of lead. Everybody on the same lap tires up front. Your front 5 all on 17. Actually, the only person in the top 20 not on fresh tire, not on 17 lap tires. Take that back. Nick Endelicato is, and Jesse Priest and Darren Ard, they're on 11 lap tires. So some fresher tires out there, but the 54 looking to apply some pressure from the WC. Whoa, gets right to the back of the bumper, tries to come up, split the middle through wide as the 51 is right there. The 84 gets to the back of the bumper of the 51. The 54 right there trying to drive as stealthily as he can, as he's following a race leader, the 51 of Malik Ray, and Cody Cox right there in second place at number 54. There's the 51, 54, 84, 88. Good racing up front. You see the 88 trying to take the inside line, the outside line, the 54 trying to do a fake as we're almost nose to bumper. Good pressure applied as the 51 comes up to try to block the 88 and holding that line, diving down in front of the 54. 54 driving the upper line, gets right to the wall. Little wall scrape right there, little tire dust going. 40 to go right here. Oh, 54 and the 84 collect each other. 51 and 88 out front. I do believe that was just some hard racing right there. It looked really, really impressive as they got connected there. Lathan Joyner went off track down there. Looking at all the things that have happened. Alrighty, there it is. Take a look at this. I do believe camera right there. There's the 54. He kind of gets into the wall just a little bit. The 84 is right there as they're coming down to the front stretch. And then these guys kind of take them 3 wide. Oh, a little misread by the 84, I think, right there. Let's go back to that once again. There's the 54. He goes up high. He gets into the wall a little bit. The 88 does a great job of getting around. There's the 84. Trying to do a little wiggle move. There's the 9 Mountain Dew machine right there. And the 84 clears the 9, but doesn't clear the 54 as he was trying to run that line all the way up and collects a whole bunch of people. Kyle Spees, Michael Woolley, Josh Mayu, Jackson Wellman, Bryson Tomlinson, Matt Lovett, Jesse Priest involved in that. Lathan Joyner also off track on that as well. So that's what happened. Now you know the rest of the story. There is Cody Cox without a hood or a front end. Back up to the race leaders. There is your race leader in for tires and some scratch and Bondo repair. Alrighty. Mr. Smallwood out there doing a great job of holding on. And I know that you are always ready for an interview. The 88 of Daniel Smallwood. Now you run like almost alternating lines with Malik. Like one you'll be faster on the outside and then you'll dive to the inside. He does the same thing. You guys seem to have similar driving styles, and it seems like you can pick him apart when you need to.
Yeah, basically here at Kansas, usually it's all the way up against the wall, but with it being nighttime, the bottom lane has came in for some reason. I don't know why, but I'm glad it has. But I have to go where Malik's not to try to get around him and try to cut into that points lead every inch I can.
Well, you seem to be doing a good job, and he's doing a good job of trying to block you as well. So, well, good luck on the restart, Mr. Smallwood, and that 88 machine. And anyone you can give a shout-out to, so that way we can make sure we hit everybody.
I just make sure I give a shout out to you for putting this on, man. I know you've been through a lot, and I'm grateful you're still here doing this with us. And hopefully you get the courage to keep on doing it.
Oh, well, I will always broadcast, and this tournament has seen its fair share of things, but we are going to be working on a new way of doing things over here, so that we make sure we put on the biggest and best for all of you drivers, and also for the race fans out there as well. So thank you very much. I appreciate you, and I'll let you go back to the waiting room, bud.
Yeah.
Daniel Smallwood out there. If you couldn't tell, I've been broadcasting all day, and it's been a lot of fun. So if I'm getting a little hoarse and a little nasally, I promise it's just because I've had a lot of fun, and there's been some exciting racing going on, and these guys are absolutely amazing. They drive their hearts off, and just like with the real racetracks, there's always a little bit of drama that you have to work through. And we have done that today. We have seen the ups and downs of good drivers. We have seen some growth. We have seen all kinds of stuff doing great things. I appreciate all the watchers out there as well. Gonna have a big compilation video when we're all said and done with this, all except for Bristol, because I was in a hurry to get the next lobby fixed, because we changed a few things on the lobby about incident points and stuff like that I forgot to save Bristol's replay. But I'm going to put a compilation video together of some of the wrecks and slides and some of the driver good chat. We won't go into it'll be like the hottest moments of the Signature E-Cup. We will get into that, and we'll put that up. So if I don't get to a replay, or if I don't get to something that was interesting, I'm going to go back and I'm going to make a really cool video with it, and we're going to see how it turns out. I do appreciate everybody out there, of course, and always. My name is Jason. I am with Signature Esports. I am the broadcaster of many, and I try to put on a good show for everybody. Make sure you give a like and share to all of that stuff out there on the Twitch feed. Make sure you go down to the About section, hit the donate button, donate to my cause that's down there. Or subscribe to the channel. Everything that I bring in helps support not only esports, but also supports my local community as well. I love supporting not-for-profits or non-profit organizations around my area. I even drive one paint scheme that is for the Wonderland Camp, which is celebrating 50 years of community service. It is a special needs camp. It's an amazing place. I love those guys. And a big special thank you to Mike Clayton for letting me put their stuff on my car over there. Speaking of people to thank, as the lights are off on the pace car, I normally just kind of let everybody do it themselves, but I'm going to pull up everybody's. I'm going to pull up the sponsors that we had, so I can make sure that we touch on everybody. Just want to make sure that we do that for the masses. And I do appreciate all the comments out there and the shares, and start a watch party, have some fun. It's kind of cool. I like it. And we're going to go back to green flag racing right here. Austin G out front. He is right there. He's going to start on the outside. He's going to the inside right here. Changing things up. 47 Amish, the 51 of Ray. You see kind of get bottled up just a little bit. A little neck and action going on there, side to side. There's the 88 and the 47. 51 of Ray out front. It's not a good restart for the 83, but they're 4 wide coming down the backstretch. Into turn 3, gets a turn. I saw it coming just a little bit. I didn't want to say I told you so, but I will not say I told you so. Oh, we're still green flag racing. I think they straightened it up. Well, we are under caution. There it is. I was going to say, if they saved that, that was amazing. We were still green flag racing there for a little bit, all the way around turn 1, into turn 2, and onto the backstretch. Let's go back and I'm going to take a look at that real quick. So here it is. This is the restart right here. Jason Hornish was doing a great job. There's Austin G right there on the 83. He does a good job of trying to just stay out of the way, but give enough room. But 4 wide is never the ticket. As the 9 comes down, he was probably clear of the 83 right there. There is the 47, getting a little side damage right there. Ooh, getting a little loose, coming off. Sliding down the front stretch. And quite possibly trying to stay out of everybody's way. What a save. That was pretty amazing. That was pretty darn amazing. I'll take that one. Off track. Hank Caston, a little bit of damage back there as well. Matt Levitt caught up in there just a little bit. And everybody back on pit road. All right. Here's some other car sponsors I want to make sure I mention, because these are some of the guys that they put out there for me. Of course, Rowdy Energy, that is the energy drink from Kyle Busch, who is on the car of the 51. Blackhorse Auto Transport, I want to make sure we give them a big shout out. They are on the 17 of Josh Klinger right there on the back end by the bumper. And I believe the low downforce package cut off the Blackhorse, but we'll fix that for him for what we were trying to do before. Thompson Photography, that is going to be one of a couple of sponsors for one of our drivers here. Sleeman Breweries, Caldecott, I want to make sure I'm saying that, Caldecott Millwright Services. Destiny Lives On Foundation, search that on Facebook. That's an amazing foundation. 600cc Performance, InHome Delivery Service, and Scruggs Aviation. Of course, we want to make sure we mention our helpful hands, 46branding.com. The link is in the description, FOURTY, 6branding.com. And 6 is spelled out as well. Just apologize about that. Jay's Signature Photography right here in my office building. Signature Media is the company that I own and operate, and Cody Cox as well for donating. Robert Butcher also for donating to sponsored drivers. DSR Whelen Modifieds for being a part of my broadcast No Limit Racing series, for their drivers being a part of a lot of what I do. And every driver in this series, I want to thank every single one of them. Throughout the good, the bad, the ugly, everything is always growing, and we appreciate all that they do. Everybody out there hopefully is having a great time watching Go Jacks Go. The number 19, you saw him go down there. He was 4 wide with it, and he squeaked through it. Kevin Wellman doing a great job out there of supporting his driver, the 1926. We have to look. It's not a 10 code, so we can't look up the 1026. That happened before. Kelly, this is broadcasted on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook currently. When I broadcast for leagues, not only do I broadcast on my my platforms, but I also broadcast on all of theirs too. So I simulcast to I think at the most 6 platforms at the same time. So it just depends, but you can always check out all of mine on the Signature Esports, and that's where I do most of my busy work as I'm growing. I grew with the league, and I got with leagues, and I got them some big exposure. They helped me get up some big exposure, and we decided to put on a tournament. And this has definitely been a growing situation for me. And these guys have been extra patient, and I do appreciate everything that they did to help me get through this and learn a lot about myself and learn a lot about what these drivers kind of want and expect from a tournament. So I do enjoy it. I do enjoy broadcasting. That's kind of like my baby. Something that is getting ready to happen, though. It's going to happen in 2021. We're working with some companies to put together we're going to have an esports, an iRacing esports live race, which is where we're going to put in some simulators, and we're going to have drivers come in and race them all together in the same room, so that all hats are off. They're mad at the end of it, though, then they got somebody to talk to. I'm totally kidding, but not kidding about the event, but we don't want them to get into it. We have to hire extra security because this stuff gets serious. SignatureEsports.com is the website. Yep, that's my website. It's always updating with some stuff, and we're rebuilding the page. We put up a gaming page, and I didn't like it, so I started rebuilding a new one. SignatureEsports.com has my Twitch link down there, so if I'm live on Twitch, it will actually broadcast to SignatureEsports.com right there as well. I thank everybody for, of course, and always. You guys are always amazing. Thank you for all of the watches. You guys made me one of the highest watched things on Facebook last night with Talladega. I was thoroughly shocked when I got done, and the guys were like, hey, you hit over 1,000 views, and I went, oh, cool. Thanks. Appreciate it. And that was just on Facebook. So you guys really made my night last night, and I very much appreciate it. And, of course, and always, I appreciate these drivers. So, top 5, let's get back to it, because we're going to go green flag racing as they're down the backstretch right here. Kansas is not far from my house, and that is why I chose this as one of the tracks in this tournament. And I just love this track. Charlotte is my next favorite track, and then Pocono is my all-time favorite track. Malik Ray is your race leader. Daniel Smallwood is going to restart on the outside. The 19 of the Whelen, the 19W right there, a.k.a. the 26, restarting third. Nick Endelicato is going to restart outside in fourth. And then the other 19, Bryson Tomlinson out of Florida, is going to restart inside. You see it right there. 51 takes off. 88 dives down. Wants to try to take that same line and try to get in front of the 19. You see the 19 carrying a lot of speed right there. I say the 19, I mean the 26. The 19W, Whelen, is carrying a lot of speed right there. The other 19 is back there. Interesting parties going on. 88 is going to dive hard down low, as you see things back underway. Thank you, Kelly Pornier. I appreciate you for putting my own website in there. Hands are all tied. I'm controlling things all at the same time. I try to do what I can. 19 goes all the way down. Tries to make it 3 wide. Crossover move from the 51. That was a beauty. Elegance to cross the 88, the 19, and get in front of the 19. The 88 doing a great job of holding off as well. And green flag. Laps underway right here from Kansas. All right. It's my segment I like to do, Sounds of iRacing. I'm going to shush, and you are going to listen to the funnels. Chris Poinier. Appreciate you, Chris Poinier. Kelly Poinier, Chris Poinier. I see Kelly Poinier on the Facebook, so I apologize about that, Chris. All right, Nick Endlicado right there in that number 74, getting passed on the inside by Cody Cox. There he is. Trying to make it work. It's right up in front of him as you see a crossover move to the back right there. You know who was leading out front for a little bit right there? This guy right here. No, not that guy. This guy. But the three of Lathan Joyner working really hard on that front. Try to keep it. And, he got a good lesson in humbling himself to aggressive driving and straight drove in the last race. Trying to tag your brother. Oh, I got you. That's okay. I'll give him a shout out. Chris Poinier, you better be listening. Kelly says so. As the 19 out front by a nose. Let's take a look at what's going on here as they come down into the turn 4 right there. 19W, aka 26. The 3 has the 88 behind him. Diving hard down, and 3 wide's gonna happen right here. Nice slow up for everybody. 3 up top, 88 right there. Who's gonna win the drag off the backstretch? A little loose right there from the 88. Whoa. What happened, 19W? Don't do that. Scares me. Up to the race leader is Joyner. That's Malik Ray right there. Joyner, your race leader. Everybody trying to lead to gain those extra points. They want that money. Go to Jackson Camera View. Wrong 19 again. I'm so used to the 19 with him. He's right there behind the 88. Follow along with him as he's going to try to use that inside lane. See that feather in the gas right there, trying not to stay loose. Hard acceleration. Using the high line just a little bit. Holding that third place position. They're trying to hold that third place position. Everybody else is using the high line in one. He seems to be using the other. Middle line right there. Yeah, somebody to the outside. I couldn't even tell you right now. It's so crazy. There he is, the 51. That was who's to the outside of him right there. Let's go back to this view right here as we see what's cooking. There's the 1974 of Endlicado passing the 19 and beginning. I'm thinking maybe tire wear is going to be coming into effect here. All of these drivers on 23 lap tires. Number one racing fan out there. We come to the line. It'll be 25 laps to go from Kansas, and some good long green flag runs right there. Catch back out to our leaders. We've got to make it about everybody else in this race too. I promise we will get to more of the drivers. There is the 88 of Smallwood out front. Joyner right behind him. They swap spots right there. I want to make sure we show that. There's the 88 into the 3. Little lower line for the 3. To leapfrog with the 88, carrying more speed on that line. Drops down low below the apron. 51 right to the back of the 3. Trying to push him up a little bit. No loose brake right there. Here it is. Tire saver, the 88. The 3 still trying to make that inside line work. We know tires, they are on 25 lap tires. That is it's a long way to go on these in these cup cars. And they're going to start feeling it right now. And those who have been saving their tires are going to try to make moves. As you see Matt Lovett back there, the 19 fell back to 5th from 4th. And there's the 74 Mercado right there as well. Good racing so far. The 3 comes over, does the same move. Not trying to say it's predictable. Just saying that these guys are doing crossovers, and if they're not careful, they're going to catch each other. let's go back and follow along with random driver. This one. There he is. There's the 25. Or the 9. That's not the 9. Maybe it is the 9. Well, selected. Logan Slavoski. He's got a 9 on his car, but he's a number 25. He was a sub, so he is in here just racing for it, trying to do what he can. He is doing a great job. He is up to 7th, started 22nd. First car not on the lead lap is Jason Harnish. He is 2 laps down in that Toyota. Ken MacArthur, last car on the lead lap. He's only a relative behind. 74 looking to go outside. Stay outside. There is the 25. If you want to drop it back just a little bit, you see 19, aka the 26 up there. He's got Matt Lovett behind him. 0-2 behind right there on his inside. His tires seeming to be falling off of these cars, as these cars are going to have 30 laps in their tires this next go around, and then they will have 19 to go. Another car, honorable mention. We like this guy out of Florida, the 83. It's got Michael Woolley right behind him. Michael Woolley 3 laps down, just trying to run his pace and run his race. Jake Elrod out there as well, number 14 up to 17th position. Klinger from 13th to 10, those are honorable mentions. Hank Caston, he started in 5th, having to work his way back up as well. Back up to your race leaders. Guess who's back out front? Latham Jordan. Did that crossover move, it looked like, and made it stick this time. As we're going to see what happens as this race unfolds. Latham Jordan, Joyner right there. Daniel Smallwood. Slavoski. $18 to go. Lap 71 being completed under green flag conditions. There is the 3 of Joyner pulling out almost a full second over these 2 cars. Slavoski right there as well in the 3rd place. Now up to 2nd. Got a little bit of fresh tires, it look like. He does. He has almost 10 lap newer tires. He is reining these guys in. Took an off pit schedule and running the leaders down. Splits on the drivers, doing great things. There is the 3 of Joyner. You're now going to have to be patient. So you hear the engine right there come into play. Slavoski, the number 9 right there. Surprise, surprise, the sub might win. Shake up the field a little bit. Hank Caston, fan favorite, back up to 9th after being in 12th. So J.D. Woodward up to 15th right now. Josh Klinger still in 12th position. Jake Elrod up 2 positions as well. Mason Yost back there. And Darrell 7 laps down back there. But one of the finest guys you'll ever talk to, as now we're going to be 15 laps to go. Right here from Kansas Motor Speedway. Stop by to say hi, Mr. Thitchner. Don't just stop by. Stop, give a like, share, start a watch party. Have some fun. There is the other 5. Darrell coming out of there. Then you see that line. He's going to have to run that high line at 3 of Joyner, as Slavoski is right there. Impressive drive off from Slavoski. He is really making it work. Here's a look from his mirror. This guy is driving it to the front. Was a substitute on another driver that couldn't make it, and still doing a great job as well. There he is, feathering the gas. He is taking it easy right there. There is the 5 of Darrell Paget out of Australia, New Zealand area. fresher tires, so he's just going to drive around everybody. He's only got 3 laps on those tires, but an opportunity as the 3 comes up into the wall just a little bit. There's the 47 going by as well. There is Case and Harnish, those fresher tires going around, trying to catch up another lap right there. There's the 3. There's an opportunity for the 25 to make a move here. Long look at what's going on. There is Slavoski. Great job being a fall in. There he is inside of the 3. Gonna try to make it work. Saving some tires right there. There's the 9 right up in front. 2.5 seconds in front of Matt Lovett, who's in 3rd place. As the 9 looks to possibly start making his move as he is driving a mid-low line, as the 3 is going to try to do a crossover in front of him to check all of that up. 9 going to run a higher, faster line and then drop down to the apron. Pull some of that draft in right there. You see it. As you know that that 3 is going to be hard to chase down. Latham Joyner doing a great job of trying to race it clean. Thank you very much. I appreciate all that. I did not know that. I will check that out as well. I will make sure that we try to scoot that in a more appropriate area for you. I appreciate you very, very much. There is the 3 and the 9. Long green flag run as we are all the way down. Kelly out there tagging. Did he stop by? Did Chris stop by? I want to make sure Chris stopped by. 9 and the 3 on the backstretch, coming into the front stretch. 3 crossover leads that lap. Now 9 to go. And almost a flawless execution up front. Yeah, we do make our own overlays up here too. So when I do it, when I put it at 1080, it tends to scoot the top bars in just a little bit. It's a little crazy. So crossover for the 9, trying to catch a little extra speed. Going to run a little higher a bumper line with the lap 81 being completed under green flag conditions. Drag race down the backstretch as 9 going to apply some pressure. Now dropping a hard low. 3 going to carry some speed on the exit on the upper part of that turn. And we're going to see what can be done in the last closing laps. Matt Lovett in 3rd place, 2.5 seconds behind. 2.8 seconds behind. Latham Joyner out there driving Kansas like he owns it. As the 9 is right behind him, Slavoski looking for a 2nd place finish. Doing a great job. A little slow up for the 3. You see him come down to try to take away from that line. There is 0.9 second from 3rd to the front. So we will see what happens as we are now on lap 83. Longest green flag run of the race. As you see these guys nose to bumper, giving a little push right there. There is the 3 trying to side draft up to 9. Ooh, a little touch right there. These guys racing at the stripe. There is the 3 and the 9. These guys doing wonderful jobs. As you see a low side draft from the 3 as these guys come to touch. As the 3 comes up, hits the wall, almost takes him out, keeps it straight, and we are under caution with 5 to go. Right there, those guys were bumping and grinding each other. Someone was trying to get a little extra out of it. Slavoski out front. Substitute racer. just coming in to run the laps that someone had to give up, and we appreciate that as well. They didn't have to give up, they decided to give up. 3 of Joyner did a great job of holding on to that. There is Slavoski, Lovett, and Ray all right there. When we go back to green, I do believe we're going to have a green, white, checkered. I think everybody needed that caution. I think everybody might come down to pit. It's quite possible. I do believe it's possible. There is the 9. There they are, everybody coming down to pit road. There is the 51, the 41, and the 9 up front. The 3 of Joyner right there, so an opportunity. As you see the 9 stop down there. Invisible Jackman out there. I didn't put the Jack guys on there. I didn't put the pit crews on there. Sorry about that. Back out right there. As long as he doesn't speed on pit road, let's take a look at what his speed is. Does not need to speed on pit road. Hopefully he doesn't. And there he is. That is your winner off pit road. We will see when we come back around. Surprise, surprise, Slavoski. That guy right there just came into, just wanted an opportunity to run. Asked if anybody was had given up a spot or anything like that, and the guy just came in and drove to the front from 22nd. So good hard racing. That was a long green flag run, and they did need tires. So we're gonna have our first attempt at a green white checkered, and we will see what happens from here. Michael Woolley out there, the 5, maybe trying to get some laps back. And here they go. Driver, drop down, get rid of that right there. Slavoski, Hank Kasten. Don't count that guy out right there either. He's going to restart on the outside row. The 26 of Wellman up there in third. There's the 51 of Malik Ray, who is just incredible on restarts, and this is going to be a sprint, so this is kind of where he excels at. So the 5 and the 13 looking for free passes in just a moment. You're going to see them go. The lights are on the pace car, and we are having some fun. Right after this, I'm just going to have a few moments. They're going to practice for Charlotte, and then we're going to go and have our finale. Charlotte Raceway, 68 laps. I believe it's 68 laps. Right there at Charlotte at nighttime. Nighttime is the right time for Charlotte, and then we're gonna determine a winner. And once we determine a winner, I'm going to actually just do it all right here and show the point standings, and we're gonna try to keep all of the drivers in that are still here, especially the ones that are in the top 10, top 15, and we're gonna make sure that we talk to them so that way we can congratulate our winner live. I want to be able to do it live. Got to do it live. If you don't do it live, then it doesn't matter. That's my opinion. Anyway, my name is Jason. I am with Signature Esports. I've had a nice long day, and so have these drivers. I know a lot of their butts hurt, and a lot of you wives are amazing. For the gentlemen that are in here and all you husbands out there that have wives that play iRacing, you're a lucky man. And make sure that you smash that like and subscribe button on YouTube. Hit the notification bell. Make sure you hit the like and share button. Start a watch party on Facebook, and if you're on Twitch, follow me. You don't have to subscribe. It'd be cool if you did, but follow me. Be nice. You get some stars or something. Whatever that is set up out there, I do appreciate it. Slavoski out front, and kind of wish I had the guy. I was going to talk to him, but we'll get to him maybe after the race here in just a little bit. Going to be a green-white checker here in just a moment. We're going to come across They're going to go 2 by 2, and you're going to see Woolley and Darryl Paget out of they're gonna go by them. They should be going by the pace car right there. There they go. Should be where they should be, and there is your race leader by all technicalities. He is the number 25. He says the number 9 Mountain Dew car right there, but it's the 25. We turned off numbers on here so that way they can run their custom paint numbers and custom paint schemes. And some of them work, some of them do not. We have learned very, very, very hard that the 02 and my racing setup just does not like him. So Josh may use sponsors out there or anybody that's on his paint scheme. I do apologize. I hope he does post photos and tag Signature Esports in it, because I will gladly share it out there. That guy is an amazing dude. All right, green, white, checkered, which means go, go, go. You have probably 6 of the most aggressive drivers out there, and oh my goodness, Slovaski disappeared. No. Go to it. There we are. There is the 19 of Whelen out front. Sorry about that, guys. He disappeared. When he disappears, I lose camera feeds. We are 2 to go right here. There is the 19 of Whelen, or the 26 of Whelen out front. 51 going to the inside of the 13 of the 3. And I believe the caution is going to come out before he hits the white. He did. So we're going to have another attempt at a green-white checkered, as I believe. I'm going to go back and take a look at that. And we're going to see if that was harder racing. Because it sure looked very, 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 very hard. Ooh. All right, it kind of looks to me like the 3 got loose. We are going to do this. I believe we are with the 51. And we're going to go with a gyro cam right here. All right, so let's play this reel here. Here it is. 3's in front. 3 goes to turn down right here. And he gets a little bit loose right there. There's nothing that can be done. And he was trying to hold on to it. Malik Ray doing a great job of keeping it straight right there. I know there's a little bit of contact by everybody. Great restart by Whelen to get out front. An opportunity for him to win right here. So there is your race leader. A couple of different race leaders. The 25. My man kind of dropped out. Slovaski now 2 laps down. He was right there. Darn the luck. Guy was leading out there at front. All right. But nonetheless, when you have iRacing issues, it always comes at the worst times. Let's take a look at it. Here's your top 5. Whelen, Malik. I am not messing his name up again. Malik Ray. Cody Cox is out there. He's going to be 3rd place. Matt Lovett and Daniel Smallwood. All drivers very, very, very familiar with restarts on this track, if you couldn't tell in that last one. The 51 of Ray, he was driving himself all the way down. The 3 got loose right there, trying to have a nice little run and just couldn't get to it. So making sure that we know that when you get loose, that's just the way it goes. The tires are still a little bit new. Most of these guys only have eight laps on the tires, and a lot of them are pace laps, so they barely have 2 at speed tire runs on these tires, so, or at speed laps on these tire runs. So We are still waiting. We're going to go green, 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 green here in just a little bit. Go, Jackson, go. Sid Wellman out there. I'm going to take a pause on my vocals, and I'll be right back with you. Alrighty, there is your race summary. This race length will go 96 laps. This is the last attempt at a green, white, checkered. Jackson Wellman is your race leader. There are 93 laps complete, and we go back to green flag here in just a moment. When we go back to double file, then we'll have an opportunity. 20 different lead changes. That's not necessarily 20 different drivers, just 20 different lead changes. 7 cautions for 24 laps. Soon to be 25 laps. They don't call it fun for nothing. Hope everybody's having a great evening out there, and we're going to have a winner today very, very, very shortly. Everybody's going to go double file very shortly as well. Here you see the 19 trying to make sure his tire's a little bit warmed up. Doesn't want to lose on the 2 laps. The 51, very, very, very classy, aggressive driver. Getting ready to go 2x2 for a little bit. There's 19 of Jackson Wellman out there with Malik Ray. The 54 of Cody Cox up there as well. 41 of Matt Lovett, no stranger to finishing 4th, has done it, I believe, in almost every race that we've had. Pop off that race summary right there. And back up front, Daniel Smallwood in the 88. Right there in 5th place. He's going to restart inside of Hank Kasten, the 05 up there. There is the 19 purple machine back there. 9 behind him. There is the 74 of Nick Endelegato, and then the 33 Wendy's, the Wendy's car back there. Very cool. All right, pace car is going to come off. And we're going to go back to green flag racing. And as soon as we get out of turn 3 into turn 4, see you right here. 19 backs up just a little bit. Did a good job maintaining the pace. The 51. It's a very nice sim rig. Oh, spins the tires just a little bit. Dives hard down low. It's a drag for first. 1951, 1-2 right there. Highline's going to be one to choose. There is the 54 of Cody Cox right there. 19 driving deep into the corner. 54 has a good run on the backstretch. As you see, the 19 is going to run the inside with the 51. 54 trying to come down low. Apply a little extra pressure right there. 19 coming around. Wellman out front. Right there inside. Coming across, cutting the line. Wellman leads at the line. Ray leads at the line. 3x3 coming up top. There is the 19 coming up to take a little draft off of the 51. There's the 54 on the inside of Cody Cox. Huge racing coming forward as the 19 and the 54. Oh, the 54 gets loose, turns everybody, and that right there is how hard racing at the end. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, goodness gracious. It's going to get punted down the field there. And we'll go back and we're going to take a look at who won. I do believe that was Malik Ray that won. Nick Endelegato finished second. But we've got to go back and we've got to verify by cameras. Let's go take a look while he's doing his thing. There it is. All right, there is Malik. 74 gets right to the 54. Everybody gets turned right there. Hard racing at the end. And there is your race winner. Goodness gracious, everybody gets spun around. What hard racing at the end. That was incredible. I am going to bring the 19 in and talk to him. Malik Ray winning his third of fourth. His third of 4 right here at Kansas. Doing a great job. Found his way. The cautions came out seemingly at the same time. Logan Slovaski said his computer came. Crash coming right to the green-white checkered. That was just an incredible run by him. I want to make sure that we always tell him good job. Speaking of people to bring in, I want to make sure that we say thank you to Malik Ray winning this race. But let's bring in. I am going to bring in this fine man right here, Cody Cox, who did a great job at trying to get his way all the way to the front. He was absolutely amazing, driving hard down, and then the 74 kind of got a hold of you there a little bit.
Yeah, it looked like went in that corner pretty hot. I don't know if he could have held that bottom anyway, but it ruined the night.
Well, on the last corner, you guys were both driving in there pretty hard.
It was good racing. That was a fun race, man. It was starting. I don't know. I started 16th or 18th or something. Drove to the front twice. And with Malik a little bit. I got to rough him up a little bit, but in the end, the better guy won. So.
Well, I tell you what, you're still a fantastic racer in my book. I appreciate you as always. I know that it was close there, so results coming out right now, and it looks like I think you finished in 8th or 7th or 8th. Nope, 16th. You finished in 16th, buddy. So congratulations on that. We're going to see you in Charlotte, correct?
Hopefully.
All right, my man. Well, next race, and I'll see you then, man.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
You're welcome. All righty, back up to it. We're going to bring this guy in right here. Into the broadcast booth, Mr. number 19/26, Jackson Whelen. You had one heck of a run right there. You did a great job of holding the front, and then the caution kind of just came out at the wrong time.
Yeah, I mean, that last caution really killed me. We were right there at the line, and we would have had it won. But, I mean, that's racing, and I had a lot of fun. I mean, I took 2 tires on that last stop, so had to gamble for the win. So,
well, 2 tires probably would have gotten you around there too. So, but congratulations, a good job on you there. And I had my results up. I wanted to make sure that I kept my results up. Let's put them back up. And
yeah, I think we got like 16th or something. Just a heartbreak there at the end, but those guys were racing pretty hard at the bottom right there. But that, like I said, that's racing. So
yeah, 15.
Go on to Charlotte.
Yeah, 15th finish for you right there. You were the last guy on the lead lap, it says. So congratulations on at least being on the lead lap. We'll see you next time. We'll see you in Charlotte.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, that is Jackson Whelen right there, driver of the 26/19/W. Doing a great job of holding himself there. And Mr. Malik doing a great job as well. We appreciate that guy very much. Everybody asking for screenshots. Want to make sure that we tell everybody. And Jackson Whelen just doing a great job. But congratulations right there to everybody running in that last green-white checker. That was a very, very hard-fought green-white checker. And we're going to update the points, and then we're going to have a winner right after we set up the new race. Or actually, the race is already set up. I just want to make sure that we get to make sure that everything's just kind of buttoned up and tightened up. And we're going to have Charlotte, and we're going to have a winner tonight, and we're going to pay these guys. go back to showing the grid. Not the grid. We don't want to show the grid. We want to re-show the results. There it is. Malik Ray, Nick Endelicato, J.D. Woodward, Bryson Tomlinson, Jake Elrod, the number 14, Kyle Spees, and the number 36, 6 of Mason Yost, Ken MacArthur, Hank Caston back up there, 0-5, doing a good job. Josh Mayu, top 10 for him right there as well. Let's toggle the results for you. There it is, Daniel Smallwood, who started up front. Latham Joyner doing a great job driving this one. Kind of drove the tires off of it a little early, but still did a good job. Josh Klinger, always a fan favorite at this track. Cody Cox, who had a nice run at the end and had it, or at least had a top 5 finish, it looked like. Matt Levitt right there as well. Everybody getting kind of collected into that. Kason Harnish, first guy, and he got a top 20 out of that. Daryl Paget right there out of, that's our Australian friend, doing a great job, 21st. The race leader, whenever the first green-white checker came out, Logan Slavoski, had his computer die. So it could have been different. Could have almost been different. Dylan Hastings out there. Kyler Wynn finishing 32 laps down. Darren Ard in the 29 finishing 52 laps down. And Ty Aiken out there as well. So appreciate everybody out there watching Kansas. We're going to move on and have a fantastic race at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Give out some money. They call it money, money, money. And that was your top 5 right there. And we'll see you in just a little bit. Thank you very much. My name is Jason with Signature Esports. I will see you in about an hour, hour and a half.